Hello everyone, welcome back to the Kamen Rider Reviews podcast. I'm Kachiri, joined today by Kat and Chris. Fresno found themselves lost in a town that we will not name because the name is inappropriate.
The town is called...
Ay, ay, ay.
Wait, are you telling me that I can't say, "Oh, you absolute mother, how dare you censor..."
And I just lost
So
1,000
Kamen
subscribers.
The Kamen Rider podcast has been canceled. There's nothing more to see here.
What'd you do with my nuts? Oh, they're there.
Ay, ay.
Are we at push to talk or can
They just hear everything.
Alright.
So, both Kat and Chris is sharing a microphone for comedic effect, if I can speak right. Wow. Anyway, so we're talking about episodes 14 through 17. We're finishing the first arc of this, and yeah. I think I need to...
How dare you, sir? How dare you do this to us?
I can't believe we went into this with such high hopes and you led us down a path of betrayal and deception. I'm left broken hearted. I don't know how I'm gonna continue on.
My hand is stuck in the nut bag.
Oh my god.
Help.
You want to know, this is not the first time I did a video on my channel with two girls and it just fell into chaos within the first minute. Anyway.
Girls are chaos incarnate, you know this.
I know
We're
this.
just having girl dinner.
Like 10 years ago, I was doing a Mario Brothers Let's Play, and my girlfriend at the time and her best friend decided that they were going to hang out with me on the couch as I was doing it. Yeah. So, we start out this set of episodes with episode 14. We are the Astronaut Brothers, which has probably the best cold open so far.
They're just freaking in space, loading up the
Giant cell phone.
gigantic cell phone, motor bicycle, whatever the hell that thing is.
It's one of those things that you kind of do think about, but then you kind of push it out of your mind because it's just like, suspension of disbelief. And then as soon as they show it, it's like, yeah!
They're loading the bike back into the freaking satellite. Because I guess they have to do that every time he summons it.
How expensive is the rocket fuel to do that every single time, though? Like...
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, you hold on to this for me. I'm going to do some math.
Oh my
God, I'm doing math.
Oh, we have already... We're not even 4 minutes into this, and we're bringing up math. Anyway, so... Great cold open. Of course, Aruto screws things up by summoning the bike because he's running late. Which makes one of the astronauts extremely mad.
Oh yeah, and he infamously says, "We're gonna bring the thunder on him."
Oh,
Dun, dun.
that's a weird
I
phrase.
wonder if he's the bad guy.
Yeah,
So-
like that whole Metsubo Jinrai thing.
Yeah, well, in fact, they're actually explaining what the names in Metrobro Jinrai means, and stuff that fans figured out like 2 weeks in, as I told you guys in a previous podcast. They're explaining that, we got Metrobo, we got Naki, we got Jin, and we got, Rai or Ikazuki or something. I cannot pronounce that name to save my life. And,
So I've done my research.
Okay.
And according to this, if you are trying to send up a 5-ton communication satellite, that's about $20 million USD.
Whew.
$20 million USD is 2 billion yen.
Yeah.
No.
No wonder the vice president was really pissed at him. But okay. So I'm just gonna say that this is technology in the future. So possibly it's not that expensive to go into space. But then why don't we have space stations?
My question is, if they're able to launch the frickin' thing from space, why can't they launch it back into space? Just reverse it.
No, I mean, that is literally what Sentai does if they ever have something come from space. Like when the battle's over, the giant robot splits apart, they all just fly back up to space without the, heroes and stuff.
Aruto comes in to work one day. He says, "I have a great idea."
It'll save
Big
us
ass slingshot.
millions. Oh, man. Anyway,
Thanks for finally addressing this.
so Ames is going over the names. They realize that there's probably 2 more members, but let's not worry about that right now. Aruto gets to work. He gets there just on time. Yeah. And the vice president and sidekick is all mad.
Yep. The company, the faith of humanity in this company has plummeted into nothing. Gee, I wonder why.
I can say right now, as soon as Frez gets to watch these episodes, he's going to lose his shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. He's gonna be so mad that he missed this particular episode to talk about it.
Oh, I can hear their screaming right now. I mean,
But kudos to Ames. We cut to Jin and Horobi sitting in their thing, and Kat pointed out that they have a chest on the floor. It's a male chest, and it has artificial nipples.
Just random ass nipples on the floor.
Yeah, good set. Good set. Yeah, good.
And obviously it's cold in there. They're really perky.
anyway.
You thought we were chaotic before. Now we're in the same friggin' room.
So, while they're all talking, Aruto's trying to give them all the, hey, we can get through this. It's fine. We'll find the dodo key. We'll make sure Michiburo Jinrai is punished for this. And the astronauts show up.
Oh my gosh, this astronaut is the biggest, most big dick energy ever. Oh my goodness, he's basically Fua.
Yeah,
His
he's
ni-
Fua. He's just basically Fua.
Well, I mean, what happens later on in the episode? I mean, it's weird why he doesn't just become like a main rival for Fuwa. But this is Raiden Uchiyaro and his brother Humagear Subaru Uchiyaro. Raiden
How'd he
Uchi.
get a car as his brother?
Ay, ay, ay.
Does he get really good mileage?
Well, I mean, I'm sure their freaking flyer miles is up there with how many times they go to space.
They would have to get excellent mileage because of all the travel they have to do back and forth, because Aruto is very, very bad at misappropriating his company's funds, which, honestly, this is an interesting way to basically say, oh, well, he's not riding around on shit because he has to launch it from a satellite, and getting it back is very expensive.
I want you to know the entire time she was saying that, she was whacking me with her notebook.
Yeah.
It's quite rude.
Extremely
Just like
rude.
Phoenix Wright when he's like wiggling his notes at the.
You know, that just means I'm going to become Godo and start throwing coffee at you, right?
Good thing there's not a coffee pot in here.
So,
She says that as she starts looking around.
So Raiden is played. Raiden has previously substituted for Kamen Rider. Kamen Rider Geo had a whole bunch of specials because it was the 20th Heisei anniversary, and they decided that they were going to do a 4-episode mini-season of Kamen Rider Ryuki. They brought back most of the Ryuki actors from 2003. However, one of them did not come back, and so he replaced them and actually got praise from the original actor. So, cool stuff.
That is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. But hey, they decide that Raiden gets this big idea. Hey, we'll just take Aruto to space with us and make him dock the bike himself. So they drag Aruto and Izu to the space station.
Oh my goodness, this was the best because, oh my gosh, this guy was so aggressive. Like, this is just a Yakuza.
It's like, honey, Aruto's already got a boyfriend. Back off.
He's like everybody's terrified because he gets right up in their faces. Like, he got right up into Big Pick Energy Guy. Like, telling him what it's for.
Well, it's funny because
He like grabs them by the collars and lifts them off the floor. It's
yeah.
fantastic.
Well, no, it's like, oh, I'm going to teach you a lesson. You know, the VP's back there like, oh, please do. You are not cut to be a manager either. And that is the VP being put into his place. Hey. Oh yeah, so
For now.
Raiden and Raiden Subaru gets there. We also see that Raiden is very free thought. He's clearly, you know, probably past the point of singularity because he is vocal about what he wants. It's like, oh, we're about ready to swim to sea of stars, and other inspirational space quotes. And Fuwa and Yaiba shows up because they believe that there is a spy human gear feeding singularity info to Metrobo Jinrai. And because one of the astronauts' name is Raiden, Thunder, I wonder. But
I wonder who it could possibly be.
But
oh my goodness! And then of course his catchphrase is "Bring the thunder."
but that's short-lived because hi, Jin.
Before we get into that, there's one thing I want to say. Do we meet any more of the past human gears other than the 3 we've already met?
Good question.
Because we met the detective, we met this guy, and then technically we did meet Aruto's dad, human gear.
I'm honestly drawing a blank.
Well, see, I'm kind of wondering, either A, all of the old human gears who have that style of headset have reached singularity, and they're just the lucky few that managed to... What are you doing? I noticed. Anyways, I'm just wondering if, like, you know, they've all reached singularity, they've been around long enough, you know, they've done enough things, or if it's just a case of the human gears back then were fucking weird.
It honestly probably could be both, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, because Grandpa Hedon was a visionary and
eccentric.
He treated them like people, and he probably programmed, you know, people-y personalities. So I think it's on. I point out that Grandpa Hedon was pretty visionary with the whole Humagear product, and he was very. Let's see, what did I say? Oh my god. He treated them like people, and it would not surprise me if he programmed more people-y personalities into the Humagears, and that's why they're so eccentric.
I mean, those are not normal humans, honey.
No,
but like he modeled them after humans a lot more closely than the ones that are being manufactured today, which are just corporate.
My thought was, because we've noticed that a lot of these human gears were activated for a while before they hit singularity, that human gears that were around 12 years plus ago has probably hit the time frame that they just eventually created their own mind, and that's how they reach singularity.
I think it's less time frame and more experiences, because we do see this other guy, we see the Subaru gain sentience, so...
Yeah. Anyway.
I think that's the next episode, though.
Anyway, Jin's here, and... Of course, everyone transforms, and Naruto immediately jumps into his shiny hopper, even though we know that that's going to give him some kickback.
Crippling diarrhea.
Oh, God!
So he's going to turn into Chainsaw Man?
Oh. You know what's funny is Conrad Gachard just dropped yesterday, and Chainsaw Man is basically the best way to explain the monsters of the week.
Yeah. That was a reference to Bludgeoning Angel Dokoroshi.
Anyway, fight happens, and, you know, Jin tries to hack Raiden, and Raiden fights off the hack. What?
I hope he's not a bad guy, it turns out.
Yeah, he overpowered it with the power of his will and anger.
And
The power of
rage.
anime and God on his side.
Well, Jin runs away.
He's like, oh, you're too tough for me, bye! Damn
So,
it, Jin.
so more stuff happens. You know, Raiden goes to his brother. They all get to talking. Fuwa's still accusing Raiden of being evil and a spy and all that stuff. And Raiden's like, you know what? I'll show
Totally
you.
not Raiden.
I'll show you I'm not a spy. Me and my brother do the investigation. We'll find Metro Jin Raiden. You can go crush them. Oh, hey, they're at Daybreak Town. You know, the place you found them like 6 times before the series.
Yeah, that honestly, I'm really my suspension of disbelief for this.
I mean, it's not like he literally took a kid to Daybreak Town and they went inside and, you know, like, oh, I don't know, Metsubo Jinrai was there the entire time or anything like that.
It's not like Metsubo Jinrai nearly killed Fua there, or, you know, most of the activity seems to be based around what happened at Daybreak, or, you know, anything of that sort.
And I mean, it's not like there are any better places for, you know, 2 terrorists to hide out, like, you know, the entire town that's underwater or anything like that.
Yeah, especially since they don't need to breathe. Wow, how convenient. I'm not salty. I'm perfectly fine.
The joys
Disclaimer,
of being,
this show is not for kids.
the joys of being a Kamen Rider fan. Anyway, so they all go into this place, and hey, Jin's there, and Jin's like, oh, thank you for bringing them to us, spy. We've been using you this whole time,
Going
spy.
back a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, so the first time Jin popped up, I had to write this down because I was screaming. So Jin gets everybody's attention by firing a gun into the air 3 times. Bam, bam, bam. Right, first off, that's a sin. Then he did it. I'm so proud of him. He had trigger discipline. When he was not firing the gun, he took his finger off the trigger. I want to emphasize how important this is.
I'm so sorry, I can't stop her. And I'm totally not, like, making the microphone go closer to her mouth just so that she can continue to talk about this, because I'm also kind of incensed about
I mean, how many times did
Honestly,
Kat bring up trigger discipline in the last podcast?
Well, that was me, but, you know.
Oh,
We're the same person, so it's fine.
Yeah, we're clones. It's fine.
that's how
I'm
best
pretty
friends
sure I'm
are.
her from another universe. I've just Mandela affected myself into this universe, and we happen to be the same person.
Yeah. But, yes, they get ambushed in Daybreak Town, because of course they do. Because that's where everybody freaking is. And, oh no, it looks like Rai was actually the, spy all along. It's just he wasn't aware of it, because, who knows, he was hacked, because of course he was hacked. Ooh, subverting expectations.
Even though, like, we got there and I immediately said, you know what, I bet he's a sleeper agent of some sort. And then they said, oh yeah, he's a sleeper agent. And I'm like, yes!
Huh,
And I'm just
prediction
like,
right! Theory right! Matt Pat would be proud. So,
Get started on that.
after all of this, you know, Jin decides he's going to slap one of his hacking devices on, you know, Raiden's waist. Wait, why is that a Force Riser?
Yep, and it's Dodo. And the most epic battle. This was a fantastically choreographed fight.
Yeah.
A++.
So
Watch.
this is why
It's better
Horobi.
from here, too.
Yeah, this is why Horobi wanted to power up the Dodo Key the way he did. This is like 7 episodes of build up for this one Kamen Rider right here. Kamen Rider Ikazuchi. I cannot pronounce that. Anyway.
Bless you.
So, Ikazuchi has a bunch of things on his belt. And as he's fighting both Vulcan and Zero One, they're losing their progress keys. And he's putting them...
flying off.
Yeah, and he's putting them on his belt. Which we forgot to mention that early on, Horobi said, we have enough extension keys, now we need to get progress keys.
Can I just say, how do these people not have, like, strings attached to their progress keys? After the first time when Jin took the Falcon, you'd think he would have realized, oh yeah, I should probably put these someplace safe. But no, instead here, this guy comes in, whacks them upside the head slightly, and they're just flying off into the ether like, they're weighing nothing.
Deus Ex Machina dropping.
Well, while this is going on, I just had a mini stroke. I'm sorry. So Satellite there decides, hey, it's time to make a new toy for the power-up forms. And so it's making this toy, and for some reason Satellite there's on alert, and now the toy's made, but hey, Ikazuchi has all the progress keys and shoots a giant rebuild up into the sky. And hey, Ark has woken up.
Yay.
Yay.
He's awake.
Shit.
My note was, oh shit, Ark. And then more battle. And then it's, oh shit, Fua.
Well,
And she wrote down, holy fuck, Fua.
So,
yeah.
Now that Ark is revived, it has its own 3D printer. And it 3D prints, of all things, a wolf key? Well, that's weird. The wolf is Fua.
Yeah.
And so, Horobi shows up to give the wolf key to someone. Don't know who he was going to give it to. He was just told by Ark, bring the key here, and, Fua takes the key. And Horobi says, hey, only Metro General can use that key, man. I'm sorry. And, of course, Fu was like, don't you dare tell me what to do! Don't you tell me how to laugh! Which, early on, Fu had a freak out about an Naruto joke. Like, absolute, shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this now. This is mostly for Chris's benefit, because I don't know if you've ever seen this. But essentially, Chris, Fua has sat down and went, I'm in a rage!
Yes. So, Fua, through all this, is, like, breaking open the key like he normally does. Freaking out.
Being an edgelord.
And he opens up the key, slides the key into the gun, overrides! And he transforms into Assault Wolf, which he now has, if you haven't noticed, he didn't have his animal jump around like, Horobi, Jin, and Zero One does. So now, hey, you have an animal companion now, Fua. And part of the form, it looks like he's connected to Ark, which is kind of weird. Knowing what we know with Fua so far, how he's now connected to the thing that kind of killed his family, almost killed him. Yeah.
I'm sure that will have absolutely no connotations until, 10 episodes later? If that.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
But also...
Wait, was I right? It's actually 10 episodes later?
Oh, God.
Give or take.
He's not saying anything.
Okay, so, another thing that happens is, of course, this thing is just absolutely wrecking Fua, because, of course, it does. So, he's like... During his transformation, it looked like he was crying blood or something was all over his face. I don't know if they were just...
Oh! So... That's a Kamen Rider reference. That's a old school Kamen Rider reference. Yeah, in the manga, when the original Kamen Rider transforms, his surgery scars appear on his body. Like, yeah. So because you gotta remember,
Well, that's not traumatic at all.
Oh yeah, And they make a big deal about the scars in the movie we cannot mention because it's, Amazon pay your stuff.
Look, Chris, it's perfectly fine. It's not like Fuwa already has some trauma to him. It's fine. He could do some with some more.
Now he has scars on the outside too.
So while this is going on, Eve shows up. Eve shows up with a new weapon, and she's that slide.
She's best girl.
I love her so much.
I love Isu's. Oh my goodness, she just slid in like a badass. And she's like, "Hey, I have a new toy. Here."
Here's a new
He's like,
toy.
"Oh, cool, thank you."
Kick his ass. They get their keys
Honestly,
back.
the toy only gets better the more we go down.
Yeah, they get their keys back during the fight, except for the Scorpion Falcon key because we can't get rid of Horobi and Jin yet.
Yet.
And Fuwa kills Ikazuchi. 7 episodes of build up for this one rider just to get rid of him 10 minutes after he gets revealed. But on the bright side, it's our first rider death! Valkyrie didn't die first!
Hooray! Yay!
God, this was a disappointment. I had high hopes because, like, honestly, he was funny. I wanted to see him slamming people around.
And of course, the whole fight is who has the most rage. And Fuwa revealed he is the most rage.
He is all rage all the time, 1000%.
I'm in a rage!
And they are both Aruto and Fuwa, because of these super forms, are fucked up. They barely escape from Horobi and Jin. And that's how the episode is.
Oh yeah, Fuwa is like spitting out blood when he de-transforms.
Yeah.
It's harsh. Damn.
Yeah, like, for kids. I do want to point out, though, that it looked like they just put a bunch of tempura paint in his mouth.
They probably
mean-
did.
I mean, it could have been like V8 as well.
No, it was very, like, bright pink almost. It was kind of disgusting.
So is Danganronpa blood?
Oh, no!
Oh, hey! Kamen Rider Ikazuchi has been found. You now need to find the blackened. It was Fuwa. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
Honestly, I think if they did do a Kamen Rider and Danganronpa crossover, it would probably just be the one about on the big platform that we can't talk about. From what you've told me.
Yeah. They've done Battle Royale Kamen Riders. Like, Ryuki was a Battle Royale Kamen Rider. And, Geats, which just ended, was a Battle Royale Kamen Rider.
I don't think technically it's Battle Royale. It's more try to murder people and not get caught.
No, it's still kind of a Battle Royale. I mean...
Battle Royale was originally in Japan, so yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Japanese movies are okay?
Yeah.
Well, it's fine. It depends on what their American distributor was. That's going to be if I need to believe or not.
Had an American distributor.
I think they did at one point. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Well, it's been so... Alright, so here's...
I was saying Battle Royale as the theme, not the movie, so it's fine.
No. See, here's an easy way to make it easy for you, Chris. We don't have to do shit. Kachiri will do all the research and censor it out if it is bad.
But also, I'm going to say, like, something that's been around that long and has had that much of an influence on the English language to where you instantly know exactly what it entails because the brand name is synonymous with the thing. Like I was beginning with Kleenex. Everybody knows what a freaking Kleenex is. You ask for a Kleenex, you get exactly what you want, a tissue. It's going to be the same with Battle Royale.
It's kind of like how they're adhesive bandages.
Yeah.
Band-Aid is the actual brand.
Yeah.
And yet everybody calls them a Band-Aid.
Right. So it's not that we're trying to be insensitive, it's just that,
Shit's hard.
give us a break. We're not trying
Shit's really hard.
we're not trying to cause anybody any trouble. Don't dox us.
Shit's really hard.
It's going to get harder Because it sounds like video games are about to get striked here soon.
Are you freaking serious? Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess we're just gonna talk about books from now on.
So, anyways, this is a great book called Inkheart. I think y'all should read it.
Alright, episode
Disney,
15.
you should read it. It's really good.
Episode 15. Their respective ends. Starts out with Fuwa chugging Stamina X like his name is Kiryu.
Okay, because I thought that was cough syrup, and I thought he was just high on cough syrup.
I think it's like it's health drink. It's a health drink. I don't know if you ladies have played the Yakuza games or Like a Dragon.
I really want to. I watched my best friend Devin play some of it. It's great.
I may technically own some of them, but I still haven't played them yet, and I've been playing Minecraft.
Great series of games. But the main health item is basically what Fu was chugging.
Gotcha.
They're like a kombucha. I don't know. I cannot pronounce stuff.
Kombucha?
Kombucha.
Oh my god. Okay. I need to talk to you about that. If it's kombucha, it is slightly alcoholic. And that explains a lot.
That explains a lot.
Oh my gosh, we're probably gonna have to delete this out because it references an employee of the place I worked at, so.
As long as you don't name them outright, it's fine.
Yeah, he was a little bit nuts, and I kid you not, he would drink so much kombucha it would overflow his trash can into his cubicle. And he was always just off his rocker. This guy was nuts.
Sounds like it. So,
I don't need the hospital, you I'm fine.
He was honestly, like, really heavily into his conspiracy theories. I was 100% worried, but otherwise he was fine.
you're safe now.
No, we're not, because there's another coworker who also believes that the Titanic didn't actually sink.
Oh my god. That we.
Yeah.
Oh, that just. Oh. Ow.
Yeah.
According to this conspiracy theory, it was switched the night before. It was switched with another similar sister ship called the Olympia, I think it was. And so there is a theory that it was not the Titanic that sank, it was the Olympia. Even though the Olympia sank not too long after that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter which one sank. They both sank.
That's so dumb. It's as dumb as Jin trying to throw away the dodo key.
Oh my goodness. We come across him in this really, like, Ames, by the way, is planning on a full fucking raid of Daybreak Town. And then we cut to Jin, like, with a pile of rocks on a rooftop, and he's trying to make a burial site for Assassin Chan and his Oni-chan Rai, and honestly, this poor sweet baby.
He's gonna die. He's being too cute. He is going to die. Yeah. And I hate it.
I was freaking sad because then Horobi comes up and he's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Did you search that
How dare
up?
you be human? Smack!
Yeah,
But
he just, like, tosses the carefully made cairn of rocks on the dodo key, and he just picks up the dodo key and is like, hey, we need to do our job.
While this is going on, speaking of grave sites, Subaru, Izu, and Aruto are at the Hedon family grave, where they were.
And can I say, this is the cutest thing ever.
Oh, it's so adorable.
Subaru looks at the list of names, and one of the names listed is his dad. It's Aruto's dad, but the Humagear version of his dad.
Both dads are in
and
there.
He actually says that, yeah. Oh, I know, but it's like the fact that they put the Humagear version, and he says that some of the parts are buried there as well. Oh my god, this precious baby boy.
Aruto was really freaking sweet, and it's really kind of touching because I think he carries the same spirit that his grandfather had in treating Humagears like people. So, very touching moment. Is and Subaru are talking with him, and Subaru's just like, ugh, he's dead to me, literally.
Talking about
yeah, Raiden. And like Arto's like, oh, you can't say that about your brother. Having a brother's a special thing, which causes Izu to think about Wazoo. And she's like, yes, having a brother's a very special thing. And Arto's like, wait, Izu, you think that? Oh, you should go and talk to Grandpa. And she's like, okay, I will.
And it's like during this part, we also see something interesting with their eyes. Izu's eyes kind of light up a little bit, but Subaru's eyes light up a whole lot. And then
there's a whole touching moment where he's like coming to terms with his brother's passing and having flashbacks, and is honestly really upset by this. Kojiri!
But no, yeah, essentially Subaru has reached singularity. I think this is the first time we see somebody, a human gear, actually get to make it to that without being immediately killed.
Well, Mitsuburo Jinrai doesn't have their spy anymore.
Yay!
Yeah, that is an interesting point. It doesn't matter at the end, though.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely doesn't matter because, hey, that raid we were just talking about is going on. Whole bunch of soldiers on this bridge with Izu and Fuwa versus Jin and Horobi. And...
Okay. So, when Horobi does his whole thing, he basically whips out his key and nearly smacks Jin in the face with it. Like, this man has no personal space concepts, no spatial awareness, I guess. It was
really funny too because as this is happening, Chris is writing on her notepad, and I immediately just sort of stick my hand in her face. And she's like, what are you doing? And I said, that's what Jin just did. That's what Horobi just did.
I had to roll it back, and I had to watch it. Unfortunately, like, taking notes and watching this at the same time is kind of a catch-22.
This is why I just don't take notes.
Yeah, I need to take notes. How else am I gonna keep track of everything?
yeah, we've been jumping all over the place already, so... Yua does her whole don't you dare transform, Fuwa. Goes in, and then what does Fuwa do? Pulls out the Assault Wolf key. And he goes straight to the Assault Wolf.
Rage!
He's in a rage. So...
I love the fact that I can murder her every single time that happens. She's just dying over here every single time I say that.
So it's just a little guy. It's just a little guy.
No.
Or, if we start talking about shrimp or something.
Anyway,
He's so rad you don't even know. And now she's hitting me with a notebook.
So it was
insulted.
so it's Jin versus Yaiba and Horobi versus Fuwa, but then at some point they switched dance partners. And Jin is being Fuwa's being the shit out of Jin.
Yeah,
And
honestly, choreography, oh my god, so good.
And Yaiba unfortunately is not having a good fight against Horobi, but hey, Aruto's here now, and he has his power up.
Very cool transformation. It's like we've seen it how many times now? In this episode?
Well, he didn't transform for this fight. He just shows up right before Horobi kills Yaiba and is like, I'm your opponent now. And using that new gun, wrecks Horobi. It looks like he kills Horobi, but, that explosion didn't damage the suit or anything. Gets to the edge, but then, while this is going on, Fuwa is doing his rider kick towards Jin, and Horobi gets a message from Arc.
Yeah, wait, didn't Fuwa get a hold of the new shiny toy gun
That was the last episode. And so the gun's back in Aruto's hand in this episode.
Okay. Arc comes down, he's like, Horobi, you better save that little shit.
And Horobi's like, yeah, I'll sacrifice myself. And Horobi gets hit with a kick and gets flown, blows up, and wow.
So dramatic. His corpse is laying there dramatically.
I'm sure Horobi will never be seen again. Never come back. He is 100% absolutely dead in this moment.
things that Hirobi said that after he did the same thing to Fuwa in episode 8. Fuwa gets his revenge. Fuwa de-transforms and he's bleeding all over the place and he's like, I did it. I did it. And faints.
He collapses.
Now here's the thing that
Sit down, Fuwa.
this is the thing that has pissed me off since this episode aired. Why is Izu where she's at? Of all the places she could be in this fight, why is she like 100 yards on the opposite side with the enemy between her and Naruto?
Drama.
Deus Ex Machina. So
She-
she's, like, freaking out because, oh no, Hirobi, my dad.
Daddy?
Daddy.
Someone with daddy issues.
We all have daddy issues, let's be honest.
Izu shows up, says that the commander Horobi has been eliminated, and Jin just freaks out at her.
He's like, how dare you be happy? I can't believe you, blah blah blah. And he like tries to hack her, nails her in the chest. Super dramatic moment. Naruto screams and runs.
This little shit.
Yep.
The last episode, this poor guy, Raiden, was getting stuck in the back by these things. And do any of them run over and chop these things in half? No. But as soon as Isu is the one, of course he can chop it in half. It's perfectly fine.
Look, the writers aren't very righty, okay?
It's the
This
same
is
writer.
before the strikes.
It's the same writer for the last 7 episodes of this increasing tension. But
They have very visible tentacles. Chop them in half. You've already done it in this episode. Why didn't you do it before?
They didn't have that writing concept down yet, apparently.
so Jin goes all Final Fantasy VII.
No, don't strangle me!
Jin goes all Final Fantasy VII with Hirobi's body.
That's exactly what I said.
Yes,
Yeah.
I said he airthed her.
yes, she...
Him.
Hirobi gets Aerith.
Horobi is technically a man. I think. Can we technically classify them as men? I mean,
I think if they identify their genders, they're identified. This is actually a talk we're going to have later on because Human Gear is identified as non-binary later on.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, then. Alright, that's fine. I mean, technically they aren't binary. Wait, actually they would be. They're probably...
Artones died!
The series is called 01, so.
So,
Hang on a minute.
am I the only one who thought that this would have been the perfect episode ender? Like, why does it feel like the episode should have ended right there?
Yeah, it should have. It should have.
It really should have.
Yeah. And that's only 10 minutes into the episode. Oh, hey, so Izu's dying and the vice president's being an ass about it.
Oh yeah. Oh, and then there was a little bit of a flashback with Yaiba and Rufus Shinra.
We were just talking about Final Fantasy VII. Now Rufus Shinra's here.
Yeah, just freaking Rufus Shinra being all evil, like ha 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 ha. We're at 99.9%. Oh.
Ark is going to be revived. Which is weird, because why is a human wanting to revive something that wants to kill all the humans?
I wonder if he's behind it all or something.
Yeah, it's almost like he's manipulating things to benefit in some fashion.
Hi, Rufus Shinra.
Yeah, Rufus. Hi.
So
The
Arto's
dress isn't all white.
Arto's trying to find a way
He's
to
so tall. I would have called him. He's just a little guy.
Sorry, Gucci.
I love my job.
We can't be in the same room together. The looks that we're giving each other is bombastic.
And I'm assuming the looks kind of look like these emotes I'm putting into my chat right now.
No, they're more like horrible glares.
Think Nicolas Cage.
Oh god. Anyway, so Arto's trying to fix Izu, but he has no idea how to fix her. And the VP is being an absolute ass. Like, I think this is the worst he gets in the whole series, honestly.
Oh my guy, you need to take it down a peg. Holy crap.
So if this is the worst he gets, that means it's all uphill from here, right?
Hopefully. But yeah, no, he's like,
I said this to Chris multiple times, but I liked him better when the world was ending.
Yeah.
oh yeah, because he outright says as Aruto's trying to find a way to fix Iju that this is not this should not be his top priority right now, and you have enough human gears, you can just get a new one. It's like,
And on top of that, they're gonna. Oh, by the way, we're holding a meeting, an emergency meeting, and we're gonna talk about making you step down.
but
Like, their Humagear, Shista, is very cold about this whole thing. It's honestly like rubbing salt right in that wound.
She hasn't hit singularity yet, so yeah.
So Subaru's there.
Subaru being amazing is like, hey, why doesn't Satellite there just 3D print fix her?
Why don't we get the satellite to fix her? Because the satellite is the answer to everything.
Of course. I mean, it's implied like with the intro shots and with a shot that happens later on this episode that the Humagears are actually printed by the satellites. So
It's, damn, that's a long way to go. Okay, so I want to know the logic behind that. What if like there's like some space junk that flies in front? Are they just gonna be missing like a finger or something?
Well, no, they have like this entire warehouse where they have the arms that 3D print, and essentially, Satellite Arc sends a signal over to them and is like, hey, print this shit.
Okay, but like, what if an asteroid passes between the Ark and, or not the Ark, there, and the factory for like 2 seconds? Are they gonna be like scrambling their brains or something?
Chris, all they have to do is just call down the bike and it'll be fine.
Oh no!
Well, except for Subaru. Subaru will have to go back up and put it back.
Oh my god.
But otherwise, it's just like, oh, there's something in the way of the satellite. Ring.
Mhm. So they put Izu into the machine, and we get a shot of Ames, and everyone is horribly beaten up. Hate to see an attack how shit.
Yeah, there's almost like, there's a problem here with, everything being interconnected, maybe certain giant fighting robots.
Which they don't have very secured or anything like that.
They're just in a little warehouse. It's fine.
So Jin has hit singularity, and in his tantrum has
Horobi dies.
because Horobi dies, and in his tantrum, because I love how Jin also thinks of using Arc's 3D print to fix Horobi. Like he has the same idea as Aruto and Subaru, and Horobi's like, no, I have to die
If
here.
Fred was here, he would say this is like they're a dark mirror of each other.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I refuse to hit the button, though.
Thank
That's all
you.
you get, Fred.
Thank you,
Right.
thank you, please.
Alert. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Taking the microphone away from her.
Anyway.
No more microphone privileges for you.
So, so giant robots are destroying the city. Human gears are running, destroying stuff as well. And now the awakened Jin is just chilling as Yaiba and Fuwa shows up. And, Fuwa once again is transformed, and Yaiba's like, you cannot keep transforming into that. And we get
I think Chris wrote it down as Ames is fucking stupid, Fuwa is fucking stupid.
And also, Aruto needs a vacation.
Yeah.
Well, during the fight, Fuwa stumbles, and Yaiba's like, you know what? No, you're done. You're done! And
She, like, yeets.
she yeets the key.
100% just steals it.
And then she starts dual wielding with the.
And it's like, I'm sorry, Yaiba, but did you just take away his only protection from the Humagears? Just saying.
Yeah.
Leaving him crippled on the floor.
It's fine.
We're not mad. We're not mad.
We're mad.
But But the dual wielding Yaiba only lasts so long because Jin's like, Geiger, kill Valkyrie. Punch, detransforms. Man, this seems pretty dire. I hope someone will show up at the last minute with a sunrise and save the day.
Yeah, because, oh my goodness, can we just talk about this transition for a minute? I'm sure that there was like a commercial break in there because 1 minute they're fighting in broad daylight, all against these stupid Humagears, and then
Other way around.
like literally the next second it's pitch black.
It was already pitch black.
This is the part where Aruto brings the sunrise.
Yeah, he.
Or I guess you could say that Ahiden brings the daybreak.
Oh.
Up.
Well, you gotta remember when he shines. When he shines, darkness fades. Anyway, so Aruto shows up,
So
and the whole conversation during the last podcast about how Aruto points out that, you know, Metsubo Jinrai has hurt so many Humagears, not humans, Humagears. Aruto brings up how
Yeah.
Aruto just flat out tells Jin, you have done nothing but hurt Humagears throughout all of this.
I'm kind of glad that he calls him out. It's like, this is a huge thing. It's obviously it doesn't do anything because Jin is, you know, all for the will of the arc and such.
Mhm.
But honestly, it's really great that Aruto gets to come up to him and say, what are you doing, dude?
yeah, like
You're not hurting humans, you're hurting Humagears.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's essentially what the whole thing is. Oh my goodness. So, this fight is pretty damn epic. I want to make several points about
Well,
how cool it was.
We haven't finished the episode yet. Aruto gets a little brain image from Satellite They about the Assault Wolf Key and something with the Assault Wolf Key. So Aruto grabs it, removes the Assault Grip from it, and attaches it to the Shiny Harper Key. I know we just got an upgraded super form, but hey, here's another super form!
We need toys and money.
More money.
So, this is signing a shot hopper, which the first thing you might notice is how both Satellite They and Arc is uploading battle data to it at the same time.
Which is very interesting because you think that Arc would naturally want to stop this because, you know, it's not going to a member of Metsubo Jinrai.
And this is where I want to make a theory.
Mm-hmm.
This is addressed a little bit later, but I feel like Arc knows that it's being lied to, and maybe has a little bit of faith somewhere in his, inside of it, possibly.
Okay. I'm actually keeping track of all these theories, and whenever the answers are revealed, I'm actually going to be like, so yeah, you remember when you said,
Because one would assume that, you know, since it's a computer, it can tell where all the data's going to. So surely it must be able to be like, oh, this isn't one of my people. This is some random human bitch.
well, you gotta also
probably stop
remember, so far in the last few episodes, Arc has randomly made a key that seems to be designed for Fuwa, and Satellite They recognizes part of that key can be used with a key that Satellite They made for Aruto.
Arc wants to be good. Let Arc be good.
Well, based off what we find out later, it could be... I'm going to get a little technical here, but one of the things that computers do is if you have a hard drive, in order to be able to use the hard drive, you have to set up a partition. I'm wondering if there's just like one partition has the OS, one partition has evil, and one partition has, hey, maybe we shouldn't be evil. And they just sort of hit that partition.
I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing.
It's weird, but I promise you the reason why I'm explaining things this way will make sense when it makes sense.
I wonder if it's also a case of, because like we see Satellite there does like learn and understand things because it figures out that, you know, all these keys are needed. I wonder if like Satellite Arc is also kind of learning as it goes along and realizing, hey, maybe we're just little shits.
Well, you gotta remember, Satellite Arc is kind of like Satellite's theirs big brother. Like Arc was
This is true.
Yep, was going to be the original one, and yeah. But yeah, no, the episode ends with Shiny Assault Hopper, and we go into the final episode of the arc. This is the Dawn of Zaya, which is one more thing.
One more thing, sir.
Yes, the shiny toy gun that he got from Isu earlier folds out into a battle axe.
That's at the start of this
With a
episode.
grasshopper on it. It's at the end of that episode too.
That's he.
Pitch every time a new episode starts.
Oh.
But that was the last thing he did.
Yeah. So the gun's also an axe.
And I'm like freaking out. Because it has a grasshopper on it. Because of course it does.
Okay, what the fuck is up with this fandom wiki? The last 2 episodes, absolutely 0 things on the plot. Here, all the plot.
Well, I mean, there was a lot of plot dropped.
Yeah, that's true.
Drop it like it's plot.
Get out.
Well, I mean, this is the big episode that ends the arc. Which again, the arc technically ends halfway through this episode, so it feels like they were told to start rushing the story, and so like, and the 2 episodes got cut in half somehow, or something like that.
Maybe they wanted to make the episode longer, but they weren't able to, so they kind of divided it into several pieces.
They'll never have a long episode of Kamen Rider that's not on a streaming service, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we start the episode with Izu inside Satellite there, and she is not looking good. But this is also
She's like glitching out in the Matrix.
this is a really cool way to recap the previous episode, though, because like she's dying, but is like kind of holding on. She's trying to figure out, well, what happened to me, and then you see the scene of her being attacked in the previous episode. Oh, so well, what's going on with Aruto?
Dicks.
Yeah, what's going on with Aruto? And then it just cuts straight to, Aruto transforming to Shiny Assault Hopper, and she's like, "Oh, but he doesn't know this." And so the fight starts between Jin and Shiny Assault Hopper, which, freaking awesome.
Yes.
Plenty of new toys, especially that battle axe. I want one of those battle axes.
And, but however, just like with the last super form that Aruto got, he's not getting the upper hand versus Jin. Jin's winning. And basically a whole bunch of Geigers drop on top of 0-1, overpowering him.
Pummel him into a paste.
And,
Which apparently they almost do.
Yeah.
Then there's a moment where he blacks out or whites out.
Goes to Satellite's there.
It's just, and like I know this all happens within instance, but like he gets up there, and like there's a whole minute where like there's Iz.
He gets up there.
Shut up. He has a moment with Iz, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so glad you're okay." She's like, "I'm not, but cool." By the way, you can do this. And he's like, "Oh, neat. All right, cool. Be all right. Pinky promise."
Well, no, but
It's really cute.
she tells Aruto about the Shine program. Aruto does a pun on Shine, looks to Izu, and the two of them Aruto and Jainaitos at the exact same time.
He's so proud.
And,
Such a terrible influence on her. As we'll see next episode.
Oh my goodness.
and they pinky promise that she's going to be okay. And then we get this really badass scene of Shine program activate. Boom.
So Aruto is just using chaos control now.
he gets
No, apparently, according to the wiki here, there's only 6 of them.
Weren't there only 6 chaos emeralds?
I think there were 7.
6 in Sonic 1, 7 in the rest, and then there's some games with 14.
Boom. Suck it. Wait, there's 14?
Yeah.
But they were originally 6, which is what I remembered. No microphone not goes
It does now.
No.
What the- Anyway, so
Anywho.
Naruto with this new power just completely overpowers everything, and there's a discussion between Jin and Naruto, where Naruto's like, you know what? If I would have met you before, Horobi basically told you to be evil and all this stuff, we probably could have been best friends. Because,
Yeah,
like,
he starts talking about how human gears really do have pure hearts, and it's purely based off of what they're taught and how they're taught that they're able to, grow and evolve. And it's like, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that's how people work too.
And then Jin's like, no, I only know this. And humans must die because that's all I know. And it's very tragic.
It's the will of the arc.
It's very
It
tragic.
really is. It's really, really is. And I'm really freaking sad because I really liked Jin. He's so sweet and innocent. And it's so freaking sad that he literally just explodes.
Yeah, I think the way that the Kamen Rider Wiki puts it is the best way to state it. Jin becomes the dust.
Jin becomes a dust and marks the end
That's
of
what it
Metro.
says.
What the
Jin
hell?
becomes the dust and marks the end of the Metsubo Jinrai Net reign.
My goodness.
And then we have a moment, and then it cuts back to Rufus Shinra being a bastard.
Sen Percento.
Even more of one than we thought.
Oh, by the way, Arto gets his Falcon key back. Maybe he'll have wings this time.
I hate you.
I'm hitting Cat with my notepad because I can't hit you.
Yeah. Also, by the way, Kat, don't spoil yourself with future events because this wiki page does spoil a future event.
I'm not going that down far. I'm
Is
just
that
surprised that there's actually a plot. It's very badly written, but there is.
there's the spoils at the very top, so don't go back up.
Okay. I didn't see it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
basically, Rufus Shinra was the bastard all along. 12 years ago, he's the one that decided Ark should be programmed to be evil. So he
Yeah.
taught it how fucked up human society is.
Well-
and apparently was a bid to take control of the world.
Oh no, it's even worse than that. He just wants to be the biggest business to ever business.
Yeah. So before all of
And
that,
Frez isn't here for this.
we get the vote, and the VP smug ass when the vote happens. Like he is like proud of himself that he finally gets to oust Aruto. He raises his hand, and silence.
Yeah, Big Pick. Oh my gosh, Big Pick Energy guy was just like so smug. He was gonna totally show this little shit.
And then his yes man turns to him and is like, "Dude, put your hand down, put your freaking hand down. Read the room, idiot." And not a single other person is holding their hand up.
They're all looking at him, and he tries to recover by saying, there's an itch. And Chisa covers for him, is like, you shouldn't be making such vague gestures, sir.
Easily misunderstandable.
Yeah, the yes man stands up.
Yes, the high man stands up.
We're not calling him that anymore. But the yes man stands up, and he's like, "This man is a hero to the company. He saved us all from Metsubo Jinrai Net. He saved all of the humans. Isn't it fantastic? Give him an applause. Hooray! It's Christmas now." What?
Yeah, like, what the heck? Honestly, like, this episode was so weirdly put together. It feels like it should have been cut differently.
Well, it feels like so. Like
Wow, this did actually air December 22nd.
yeah.
So, close enough.
I honestly think that we have a missing episode here, and it's not the first time it happened, Kamen Rider. But as I said, like I feel like episode 14 should have ended. Was originally supposed to end with the reveal of Ikazuchi, and then the fight where Izu gets hurt should have been the end of episode 15, and Jin's death should have been episode 16, stuff like that. But somewhere like a half an episode got deleted and they pushed it back. But anyway, we're in the middle of our new arc. Aruto says,
I want to make one more note. Aruto's hair color.
"Oh,
The board meeting.
yeah,
Why is it black?
I have no clue."
I have a theory.
Yeah, it's...
A game theory. No. Anyways. Oh wait, no. I could do this one. A film theory.
Mhm.
Anyways. So my theory is, in the very first episode, we see that he has like this not quite blondish, but sort of light brownish, almost blonde hair. And my theory is that as he progresses and starts to mature a bit more and gets more away from the comedian aspect, his hair starts to revert back to its normal color. And so it's kind of like showing his progression in learning and growing and becoming a better person.
But also because Japan is a conformist society and in a business setting you are not allowed to dye your hair and it must be black.
That too.
Business.
Business. Anyway, so
I'm in the business of business.
so Aruto says something that is repeated in the news article about how Human Gear should never go berserk ever again now that Metro Jinrai is gone. Man,
Totally not going to regret saying that.
poor choice of words. But then we get the whole Guy thing where it's revealed Guy, whenever Arc was being programmed, filled it with all the stories of human malice and wars and famine and
We
all.
should mention the entire time that he is admitting to this, he is monologuing to Yaiba. And Yaiba just sort of stands there and is like, sure, sounds great.
Well, you can see the look on her face. She is disgusted at the end of the scene when he touches her shoulder. Like, you
Oh
see.
yeah, she's 100% disgusted. She's not leaving though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is Japan. You can't just walk out on your superiors.
All I'm saying is they better have some blackmail on her. That better be why she's staying, is that guy has blackmail on her.
Yeah.
But hey, it's Christmas, and you guys, this is your guys' first Toku. I should mention that Christmas is a horrible time in Tokyo and bad things happen.
Well, I mean, it's fine. It's not like somebody just starts, like a Human Gear or a Magia runs in and starts decking the halls.
Hey! Yeah, so
Hey!
Human Gears go berserk, and both Fuwa and Aruto are luckily there to transform into their forms. Fuwa steals back the assault grip, like, hey, that's mine.
I love that.
Give me that.
We get a pretty cool scene of them using their finishers. And, it's now a mystery. How are these Human Gears going berserk? And if you didn't realize, they don't have the belts in this episode, so it's not like someone slapped a belt on them.
Yep, and now we quickly cut to a big old public press event. They're like absolutely going to town on Aruto, being like, "How is this happening? I thought you said it was over. What's going on?" And who shows up but Rufus frickin' Shinra?
Well,
Shinra shows up and he declares war on business.
basically.
Business.
So, this is the arc. This is the second arc that I said that kind of,
Starring our favorite guy ever, I promise.
Our favorite guy ever, named Guy. Oh, I should probably also mention that Aruto, his name literally translates to that man. So this is literally a battle between that man and Guy. So when Aruto says there's only one...
Hey guy, that man is there.
When Aruto says there's only one person that can stop you, Orida, he's referring to himself as that man.
Oh my god, that makes so much sense now.
Anyway, so,
Mind blown.
Guy is, saying, hey, I'm going to do a total buyout of your company. Aruto has no idea what's going on because he's never went to business school, so Izu kind of explains it. Aruto's like, you can't do that, I'm president still. And that's the end of the episode, basically. And we go on to...
Oh. We've skipped something very, very important.
What did we skip?
Way back earlier on in the episode, we have a scene at Ames where Fua is standing over a pit, basically, in the dark. And Yaiba basically says, hey, so I'm not going to be babysitting you anymore. I'm leaving. I'm going back to Zaya. And he's like, fine. What's the deal with this thing? You just dragged it in here, and now that I'm looking at it, it's all... I have feelings, and I don't know how to deal with them anymore.
And guess who it is? Frickin' Horobi.
It's Horobi.
And he's all fixed up, too. His face is perfectly fine. That's weird.
Yeah, so we had a scene... Was it previous episode?
It was,
went into Daybreak and stole some things that got printed by Arc.
Yeah, Arc printed a couple of keys, and Guy went into Michiru Jinrai's hideout, stepped over Horobi's body, which, by the way, that's a big insult.
Stepped on.
Yeah, stepped on. Yeah. I don't know a lot about other cultures, but I know anytime you have the bottom of your foot touch someone else's body in Japanese culture, that is meant to be a big insult. That's why, like, when you...
Oh, it is enormous.
Oh, yeah.
It is one of the dirtiest parts of the body, according to Japan.
I mean, they do have a demon that's just basically a giant foot that slams into your house and demands that you wash it, so...
Yeah, shoes especially. That's why they have you take them off in that little very handy entrance area.
I mean, honestly, it makes sense. Why would you want dirty shoes inside of your house that you walk on all day?
Yeah.
But the reason why Guy has these keys is revealed in this next episode. It is I, the president in a Kamen Rider. Which is funny because that's actually...
I wonder if this guy, this random guy who's like the head of a corporation, who talks about 1000%, happens to be, I don't know, something called Thouser? That couldn't be possible. No, it's fine.
I mean...
Ignore me, it's fine.
Everything about Thouser was so last year. Happy 2020! Nothing will go wrong this year.
Okay.
So,
So
Aruto...
the scene is really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Aruto and Iz are in very traditional outfits, ready to greet New Year. It's so cute. Iz has gotten extra cute because I keep wanting to call him Naruto. Oh my God.
Believe it.
Shut up!
Okay.
Talk about the cute is.
Oh my goodness. So Big Pick Energy guy is like standing there like, what the fuck are you guys doing? He's sitting in his office. And Aruto makes a joke about the new year, and oh my goodness, is compliments him by like dumping confetti at perfect timing, and
He's such a bad influence on her. I love them so much.
yes, they're having fun, and
Big sibling energy.
yes, Big Pick Energy guy is just like really pissed off, and he's like, you better not screw up again, I'm coming for you.
Because that went well last time.
Oh god.
This does, however, lead into one of my favorite bits so far, though. So we get essentially what's a commercial, and it's basically just Google Glass, but made by Zaya, where it's this you put on these special glasses, and there's this little thing on the side, and it's supposed to give humans artificial intelligence level, like a level upgrade.
Yeah.
And so this asshole guy is sitting in like a tea shop or something, watching his own commercial, talking to Aruto, who's just across the way from him, and he's like, "So, my company's stocks, they're so good right now. You don't even know." I'm crossing my leg just to emphasize it all. But he's like, "We have sold over 700%," and Aruto just goes, "But not 1,000%."
And the face he makes after...
So Rufus Shinra was ready to explode right there. He was so mad.
He was like, "You give me just a little bit of time, and at the end of this episode, I'm gonna kick your ass."
Aruto lands the hardest hit of the episode. and Guy's going to make him remember that for like the next 10 episodes.
So, Rufus Shinra's like the biggest fucking narcissist on the planet. Of course he's going to make him pay for that because of course he's super rich and super better than you because he's better than them.
And you know what? I'm going to prove I'm better. We're going to have a competition. 5 different competitions. My glasses against your Humagears. And of course Aruto accepts because plot.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a generic anime show, plot. I mean,
Yeah.
we got to do something to fill in this thing because we blew up our main bad guys that made the last 16 episodes so interesting.
No, see, it's fine. One of them got better.
And
Not the one we wanted.
and so VP, his lackey, and Shista are being, Shista's explaining to them how Arta's banging the company on this 5-part competition. And VP's like, this is a joke, right? And they bring back the fake laugh scene from like episode 3.
Honestly, it's great.
So the first game, as Chris was going to explain.
It's flower arranging. Now, this is important because a lot of business culture is based on Bushido, which is the samurai, kind of like, oh gosh, it's like chivalry, but for samurai.
Their creed?
Yes, their creed. One of the most important things, I can't give you periods, times, or whatever, throw it up on the screen, figure it out, or too much, but flower arranging, poetry, acting, being well read and stuff was incredibly important to be a high-level samurai. That would get you in good with like the big lords and get you good jobs and shit. Flower arranging was very important, and being really good at the arts was very important. And because Japanese business culture takes a lot from Bushido and puts it into practice, of course flower arranging is very important. So this makes perfect sense to me, and good on them. Thumbs up, A+. But
Yeah.
also Bushido is why literally Japan is dying right now.
So Guy goes to someone who's been using his product by the name of Tachibana. By the way, the actor, if you're a fan of... Oh, can't say it. Never mind. Let me reverse that. The actor...
I am just going to say this. Not that kind of Tachibana, Frez. This is not Hibiki Tachibana.
So there might be a reason why Hibiki's last name is Tachibana, because Tachibana is actually a big name in the Kamen Rider universe. So, in the original 70s run, Tachibana was basically Ichigo's best friend, and Tachibana helps out the rest of them. Nigo, V3, Riderman, he's always around. So he was basically the Super Alfred of the old run, right?
Super Alfred.
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually fantastic. I want a Super Alfred.
And
That's
so...
just Alfred.
So throughout Heisei, they bring back the name Tachibana and connected it to a more important character. So the secondary rider of Fourze's mentor is Tachibana. The secondary rider of Kamen Rider Blade is named Tachibana.
So what you're saying is, in this series, we're giving Frez even more reason to compare it to Symphogear.
Yes. But for some weird reason, this Tachibana is only here for these 2 episodes. Yeah.
Good.
Oh my god, he was such an asshole.
You don't even know the half of it. You guys haven't seen episode 18 yet.
Oh god.
Anyway, so Tachibana is a famous flower arrangement and is happy that he has the Zaya-spec to make him work at Sen Percento.
I hate it. I hate it.
I warned you guys in the last podcast.
Yeah, but I didn't expect it to go this quickly.
It's so... they go so hard is the problem.
But Arto is meeting up with who Izu thinks is going to be the best person for this job, a florist by the name of Ichirin Sayuko.
She's very cute, simply... yes, simply...
You guys can't break it. You guys can't break it.
No, it's just gonna be this way from now on.
Look, it's kind of like a disease. As soon as you get it, you just have it forever.
Oh, man.
We're lost.
Symphogear is the Hermes family.
Oh, my God.
Symphogear is love. Symphogear is life.
Oh, my... So,
That
this
is a
actress...
reference.
This actress was in a movie called 3 Foot Balls and Souls.
You've murdered her.
She was a guest star in Kamen Rider Forze. I don't remember what she did in it, but she wasn't a monster or anything. But yeah, no. So she's
So hard, I have a headache.
so she's there, and you know they're all talking, and Izu makes a pun. And what?
Gosh, it is so cute.
And Naruto is like, I'm such a bad influence on you.
Oh, it was honestly really cute. She made a pun on Bloom and their satellite causing her to bloom, and it's just a dumb pun, and it's good. It's a good job.
Oh hey, there's another Magia for no reason.
Oh yeah, it just randomly appears because of course it does.
That's how it works now.
Yeah, they just show up.
I think
Yeah.
they also said at this point, man, I really wish that they would explain how they're making these since they don't have the belts anymore. And then at the end of the episode, they kind of do that.
Yeah.
But
also
Aruto
cut to
dispatches it, and yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we cut back to Rufus Shinra, and he's looking at a picture in his office, and we get to pan around and look at it, and it's him and Grandpa Heaton, and Rufus has not aged a day.
No, he's like looking surprisingly good for being at least, what, 12 years old?
12 years older. Dude just freaking does not age apparently, so I'm very suspicious.
Yeah, unless this happened like literally just before Grandpa Heaton died, which I guess, but like, damn. They look really good for their ages.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Keep this. I'm gonna look up and see if it lists his age.
No, don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. That's a spoiler.
Yeah.
I'm gonna type it into Google.
Wait, whose age? Yeah.
I haven't done anything yet. I'm not doing anything yet, so.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So.
No. I'm making sure you like, because Guy's age is actually a plot point later on.
Oh.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. Called it.
Yep. Okay. All right.
I'm freaking amazing. I'm also the same person who, whenever I play stuff like Phoenix Wright or Danganronpa, I manage to get it right away. It's really just the.
Oh. You know.
Yeah, he has really good genes for aging. He didn't change at all. It's like, oh my goodness.
He's a robot.
Is he a robot?
He might be a robot.
Yeah. But I had also had a theory about the Magia, that they were being manufactured by Zaya, and that didn't turn out to be a thing.
Eventually. I think in a roundabout way, technically, they're being manufactured by Zaya, because he's the one who influenced the Arc is the one that's making the Magia. Semantics.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing. But we also have a scene with Fuwa and Horobi. And Hirobi's face is fixed. That was very nice of you, Ames, to fix this killer robot. Good job. You're making progress, Fuwa.
It wasn't Ames.
It wasn't?
It wasn't Ames.
Oh, wait.
It was Guy.
But his face was messed up last episode.
No, his face wasn't messed up last episode. So, Ark has decided to revive Horobi.
Essentially, Guy went into Daybreak Town. He stepped on Horobi. And I guess at some point he picked Horobi up because Yaiba is the one who brought him to Ames.
Because, like, I remember his face was messed up when he was on the floor there, though.
Yeah, but his face was fixed when he was in Ames.
In Ames, though. When they cut over to look at that thing on the floor, he had the metal on his face.
Did he? I didn't see that. I'm gonna have to look this up now.
Yeah.
I'll just go straight to the episode and zoom ahead. You can continue.
1 second, I'm trying to figure out. Trying to figure something. Oh, okay. So So I know I said a big deal about Guy's age. We actually find out Guy's age. I think next episode.
Oh, fantastic!
Hooray!
There we go. There we go. Anyway.
He is all of 3 years old.
Horobi and Fuwa talks. Horobi basically says it's the will of Ark, and then mentions that something might be out there, which kind of freaks out Fuwa a bit.
Yep. Ooh, and then something big happens. Does this happen while he's talking to Horobi, or does this happen while he's fighting? But Fuwa, it has taken you
Horobi.
Okay, it has taken you 17 episodes, 12 minutes and 20 seconds to learn trigger discipline.
Literally, the entire time he's pointing the gun at Horobi, who is, again, his biggest enemy, because, you know, Daybreak and all that stuff. He is not putting his finger on the trigger. He drank way too many of those health drinks.
He's drunk. Oh my gosh. But yes. That, I don't know if there's symbolism behind that, if he's like just taking a step back and he's no longer as angry as he was.
No, he's still pretty angry.
That's at the end though.
I have brought up the episode,
That's at the end.
episode 16. This is the first time they've shown him.
Really?
Yes. So I have brought up the episode and I've proved to Chris that when he was on the floor in Daybreak Town, he was partially destroyed, but now that he is back at Ames, he is no longer partially destroyed.
Oh, that's weird.
I'm telling you, what's his face guy has fixed him.
So this is the scene where Yaiba says, "I'm not sticking around with you anymore."
Yeah, this is the scene where he's at Ames, because he's in the straitjacket.
Yeah, but I thought he was twice.
No? See, this is the...
Yeah, but this isn't the scene where Yaiba is talking with him. This is just at the very end of this.
Well, then I'll find that one. Here, take the microphone back. I'll find it and you're wrong.
We literally just watched this.
Yes.
I have bad memory, but it's not that bad. Where was that? What episode was this? 16. It's after the board meeting. See, my notes are helpful.
On air research. Continue. You continue.
But yes, Horobi reveals that humans taught the human years and Ark that they were bad. So all of this is taught by humans. The whole thing, all of Daybreak, it's humans' fault. It's not the human years' fault. Oh no, Fuwa has problems now because the people that blamed him, or that he was blaming, might not have been responsible for this whole thing. It's interesting.
Yeah. And, you know, this is another revelation randomly given to Fuwa.
Yeah.
And, we
Oh,
now...
he is fixed.
I told you.
Ah.
I told you.
Alright, fine. You're right.
I'm telling you, Guy is probably the one who fixed him and hadn't sent it back because that's what Ark wants.
That's what Guy wants. He's the best.
Well, let's be fair. Do you really think Guy is the master here?
Yes. He's just narcissistic enough.
This is true. Anyway.
Again, I'm happy. I love when, like, there's just discussions on Kamen Rider. Like, I know...
This discussion is, I was right.
I...
You're done now.
No.
I said you were right. You got it once. You don't need to keep...
Anyway.
Maybe I need it again.
Anyway, hey, it's competition
I've
time.
been whacked.
And they do the competition like it's, you know, Iron Chef. And there's a whole panel of judges. And one of
Or
the...
it might be the god of cookery.
Oh, good lord.
And one of the judges is extra as all get out.
I don't know who this man is, or woman, or I can't really tell. Either way, I love them.
Yeah. Fluffy gray hair, flower hair clips. So genki.
Is this the one that is listed as Wan Wan Infinity?
I hope so. Juan. That's basically bark bark.
Yep.
Barks for infinity.
Woof
Woof woof woof woof woof woof woof woof woof. A woo?
No woos.
Many a woos.
A woo's not allowed. Even Fua can't
What are you talking about? Fuwa's the wolf.
a woo. Exactly.
A woo.
No woos. But yes, the flower arrangements. Oh goodness, like, I don't know enough about flower theory to properly get across what they were trying to convey.
Plus, we don't know what kinds of flowers, so we don't know the messages that they're supposed to be.
But the theme was the breaking dawn of a new year. And the Humagears flower arrangement was beautiful. It had all the colors of a sunrise. It looked fresh and inviting, and the professional
I don't know where Chris was on the spiel, but we forgot to mention that Ichirin is curious about Soph, which is definitely a sign for singularity, which is also a sign that she is not long for this world.
Oh, goodness gracious. Why does this have to continue being a thing? We get these people in, and they're only there so very briefly, and we lose them so quickly. I'm starting to get a little desensitized to losing these people so fast.
I'm already desensitized. As soon as I saw her on screen, I knew she was going to die, unfortunately.
She was a very pretty Humagear, and she was obviously meant for death. Why do they keep killing all the pretty people?
Cinnamon rolls!
Anyway, so the floral competition. I was saying that I don't know enough about flower arrangements or flower theory or the meaning of flowers in any culture, Japanese or English, and I can't properly give a critique on what the arrangements meant, but we had two very interesting arrangements, the theme being the dawn of a new year, and the Humagears arrangement had gorgeous colors, just very light and airy, and had a spray that had all the colors of the dawn, very pretty, inspirational, and
Are you back?
Yeah.
every time I talk about the flowers,
Obviously, they just don't want you to talk about the flowers.
clearly they just want me to look up and see what the damn arrangements mean.
Give me 5 seconds.
Anyway, so go try again.
Take 3. Alright, so I don't know enough about the culture of flower arrangement, the meaning of flowers in any culture, English or dawn of a new year, and she had a spread of colors that had your pinks and your yellows and your light, airy whites, and it was gorgeous. It had all the colors of a dawn, and it conveyed beauty and hope and, just light goodness. Fantastic. And the human AI enhancement arrangement was very dark and imposing. The thing was huge, and I'm sure it was very technically impressive. And they used a lot of dark colors. There was this weird kind of spiny black vine surrounding it. Cat, you mentioned 3 times now.
Yeah, it kind of just reminds me of Deadly Premonition and the Evil Tree.
FK in the coffee. We had an interesting moment where, the competition was going on, and the judges were, praising the human's technique, etc. And then they go over to the Humagears, and they're, very silent, just judging it.
It's good for a robot.
Yeah, it just made some nasty comments.
Which is bullshit to me, because hers is 10,000 times better than this depressing man's one.
Well,
Yeah,
we see what they're focused on when Tachibana walks over and picks up a broken flower from the arrangement, saying, "Yeah, the whole thing is really set off by this, isn't it?" And
I think he did it.
Yeah, did he put that in there, or did he break that flower?
We'll probably find out in the next episode.
because whatever he did, Ichirin knows, and her reaction, and her twisting her knuckles, she is.
She's angry.
Yeah, she is not happy.
She is so angry.
She is seeing some.
Basically-
She is seeing some nasty human stuff.
Yep, and this is where we learn how the Magia appear. She basically calls him disgusting, and that he needs to be punished.
Oh, it's cold. She's like,
and that his arrangement is yeah. She's like, if this is supposed to be a reflection of your heart, it's ugly. And you know what? It probably is.
mm-hmm.
She suddenly gets a pulse from the arc.
No, she gets
and-
pushed. She gets pushed.
Pushed?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, the dude shoves her over. And
I forgot about that.
yeah, so I guess it turns out that what awakens the new Magia is people being
Violence.
dicks.
Malice. Gotta remember, Ark
There we go.
was fed malice, and now that Ark is awake, technically the Humagears are within Ark's reach. So if a Humagear has any kind of singularity and is experiencing malice, just a little bit of hatred can spark Ark.
Ooh, okay, yes. Because she just freaking transforms right there into the bat thing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I want to point out that they're reusing all the Magia that appeared previously, which is probably saving them on the costume budget.
Well, yeah. I mean, they can just reuse the suits and focus on other things that will start appearing next week.
But yes.
So
She
Aruto,
starts attacking.
yeah, so Aruto goes to stop her, realizes she doesn't have the belt, and thinks, wait, if I can just calm her down, all I gotta do is calm her down, she'll turn back to normal. Right? Right?
No.
No. He basically corrals her outside and is fighting her and trying to get her to calm down.
Oh, hey, Falcon's back.
Okay, so
Where are his wings?
I gotta mention, I was rewatching videos of the Kamen Rider Memories of Heroes video game that has 01 as one of the playable characters. And it just looks like the pink stuff on his suit shoots out jets, so he can fly around with that. He doesn't need wings.
I know where you live.
Anyway, so guy shows up, and
Well, if it isn't the consequences of my actions on you.
guy shows off. He has a new belt that uses extinction keys as well as progress keys to become a new Kamen Rider.
Is it Thouser? Is it Thouser? I bet it's Thouser. Is it Thouser?
When
It's Thouser, isn't it? It's
when
Thouser.
the when the five horns cross, the Golden Shoulders Thouser is born. Presented by Zaya.
I love that. I love the fact that all of his attacks are copyright to Zaya, and after he transforms, it's presented by Zaya.
Like, this is gonna bite him in the ass, right? Because literally somebody's gonna be filming this and it'll be like, oh, this awful thing happening to you is brought to you by Zaya, and they'll be like, maybe that company's evil.
Yeah, no, the worst part about this is that the whole thing with Hiden losing stock and stuff, that could have been easily saved by just somebody filming and seeing, Aruto transform back.
Mm-hmm.
Where's all the cell phones out? Where's the YouTube culture?
I know, it's like, even if it's Japan, they would still have cell phones out.
So, Thouser immediately goes onto Aruto. Thouser just wants to kick Aruto's ass. I wonder if that has anything to do with the 1000% comment from earlier in...
I mean, it might.
Probably, yeah. I mean, maybe.
A little bit.
But,
and...
like, he clearly has daddy issues.
Yeah, I think everybody has daddy issues here.
I have it written down in my notes, like, Tyler is so full of himself. Oh my fucking god.
And you're with him until the end of the series.
No.
And he's the main character. And he's the main character of a sequel series that's only on Japanese Toei Netflix.
Does he get better? Does he get less of an asshole?
Does he get punched in the face?
Do we get to see him get pummeled into oblivion and then he apologizes?
So as this fight goes
Not
on,
answering us.
You're not answering us!
so as Thouser's trying to kick Aruto's ass, the Magia bumps in, and Thouser's like, you know what? I need to deal with you first. And so he places the tip of his javelin sword thing in an awkward lance in an awkward position on Aruto's body.
Yeah.
Look, it's fine. It's at the belt, so technically it's above the belt.
Yeah, and he just like pulls on the rear of it like a freaking syringe, and now it's a javelin instead of some weird short sword.
Look, it's fine. He just wants to experience stock.
Oh my god!
He steals the Falcon technology from Aruto, which now makes it the second time Falcon has been stolen from Aruto in a way.
He just can't keep hold of this thing.
Okay, tell me a thing. Is this means he has the Falcons forevers? And he no longer has access to the Falcons.
No, he still has access to the Falcons. It's just Thouser can now just summon Falcons at any time with his blade. Because he hijacked them.
He hates it. We hate it. We hate this, precious.
So what I'm hearing is that, yet again, there is another mirror of how Guy wants desperately to take everything away from Aruto Hiden. And so now he's literally taking some stuff away from Aruto.
Mm-hmm. No, this is going... Like, if you guys ever, watch, like, Scooby-Doo or something, and you always see the same set of scenes over and over again...
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to see this happen to the rest of the keys. I'm going to spoil this right now.
Kamen Rider.
Don't you start.
All the... Yeah, no, this is, This... I mean, I'm just so frustrated with this. I might just need a jacking break.
I heard that.
Man, he's a real jack off, isn't he?
They probably could have chose better English words to name one of his attacks other than jacking break.
No, it's fine. He's actually really good at baiting people to do what he wants. In fact, he's a master at it.
Anyway, so Thouser kills Ichirin.
For kids.
By the way, this whole thing all happens because he thinks he's already won this round. And Aruto, upset that Ichirin gets destroyed, goes into Shiny Hopper. And it looks like Shiny Hopper is strong enough to fight Thouser. The whole little can predict things at the last second, lands some really good hits on Thouser, and then Thouser just starts casually dodging everything.
Yep. How convenient. I mean, there's only how many episodes before he properly gets his ass kicked?
Trust
You're
me.
not answering the question.
Trust me. It'll happen.
It better be the most satisfying ass kicking of the entire fucking universe.
Also, I'm going to say we do not trust you because you got us into this series.
Anyway, so Thouser does his finisher on Naruto. Shiny Hopper's defeated. And he starts boasting about me kicking your ass proves I am correct. I am going to be, the new ruler of Hiden, and everything's going to be my rule, and all that stuff, blah, 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 evil monologue, while Naruto is just...
Your grandpa chose you over me, and he's gonna regret it. I don't have daddy issues.
And we cut to a weird cloaked person walking down a random alleyway carrying a belt? Oh, we also find out...
This call.
Yeah. Go for it.
Yabe gets a call, and she's like, wait, what do you mean some of the progress keys were stolen? And then we get, this little thing with the person just walking away, and I really wish it was Jin, but I don't think it's Jin.
It looks like Jin,
but it's not.
It's probably not.
Because we watched the preview for the next episode, and it was a very female voice, unfortunately.
So
Non-binary.
fair enough.
No.
But
I'm going to stop you too. Remember how I brought up that there... Remember how I brought up there's a non-binary character?
Okay, alright.
Oh, okay, so it's this one coming up that we're going to find out about eventually?
Yes.
Cool.
Alright. Oh my god. Okay, so closing comments, people.
Well, let's have Fresno. Let's get Fresno the space here for their comments, because I'm sure this is going to be like the next 5 minutes of the video. So let's.
Well, gotta talk about the mirrors.
Gotta talk about the mirrors. Gotta talk about how human gears are now just turning evil willy nilly, and how that's bothering them now, and
wax poetic about Sen Figures for 5 minutes.
Yeah, rage about Sen Percento, which I was going to count how many times Sen Percento is said, but then I remembered I don't care.
You have things to do.
But yeah, no, this is going to be Fresno space, so go ahead, Fresno.
Avast ye scurvy landlubbers! 'Tis I, Captain Blue Hair, the most fearsome pirate on the seven seas. Here I am, in the nice little secluded cove of Dildo, Newfoundland. Ha ha! Me and me crew stopped in for a little drink at the Dildo Brewing Company, and behold, we were given safe haven. A fine drink of grog, as blue as me hair, arr, ha, ha, and now I've returned from me cruise, and I'm here to talk about the Kamen Rider 01. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Fuck! Whose bright idea was this? Oh, Franz will do the entire Kamen Rider review in a pirate voice. You chuckle fucks! No! I refuse! No! Okay, now that I'm back from my long weekend vacation, my Labor Day getaway, let's talk about Kamen Rider 01. My god, what a batch of episodes. So we have episode 14, the astronaut one, which was kind of hilarious because it implies that whenever Aruto calls the bike down, they have to manually blast it off up into space again? Which is silly, but also it makes for a funny bit with the astronauts berating him for calling the bike for unnecessary reasons. Do you realize how much we spend in rocket fuel? But this does not become a space adventure, and instead becomes an escalating incident of the metsubojinrai.net. I actually said it right this time. Conflict. And it leads to an interesting episode, and the revelation that the elder astronaut was actually a spy for Metsubo Jinrai. A covert spy. Interesting. But it didn't really go anywhere. I mean, the whole thing is, I guess, part of the masterminding of Mr. Sen Percento, of whom we will be discussing a great deal. But this was a good episode. It had a decent little fight in there. And lots of crazy shit happened. Oh yeah, Fuwa got a new form. I legitimately did not remember that this was going to happen. Like in the last episode, I remember you said, "Oh, we show it in the preview." You shouldn't have watched the preview because it spoils it. But given the nature of watching these every 2 weeks, I completely forgot. So I got to be surprised all over again, even though I saw the thing. The form is good. It has the usual backlash bullshit. Shining Hopper had some backlash bullshit, but this was good, and it is the opening salvo to the real meat of this, the final confrontation between our Kamen Riders and metsubojinrai.net, because the arc is about to activate and bad shit is gonna happen now that that thing is active. And so that leads us into episode 15. What escalation! I mean, it, threatens Izu's life, which, you can complain it's kind of silly. Oh, she just showed up at the battlefield to get injured, but, we gotta raise the stakes somehow. And the stakes are indeed pretty fucking raised, as we really have a lot of mirroring. Put that Kamen Rider mirror alert in there, because I don't have it. But you're the editor, and you get to do it, so it's your job. Or you get to put up a card that says, fuck no. I'm giving you work as the editor, Mr. Kachiri. No, but, it is wild. All the stuff that happens. Horobi gets blown to shit. Izu is injured. And everything is just escalating beyond a reasonable freaking point. It's like, this is the this could be a finale to a limited series. Like, you could end the series at episode 16 if you wanted to wrap up things quickly and just have a quick little thing. Cut a couple of those Monster of the Week ones out, and you'd really have a solid 13 episode limited series. But yeah, that's not what Kamen Rider's about. So no, we escalate things. Fuwa keeps coughing up blood and says, "I'm gonna kill the human gears if it kills me!" Yai is still playing her double agent shtick, and it's really wild how this escalates. And we end on that absolutely incredible hybrid rise, Shining Assault Hopper. Wowza! That is some cool stuff, and it's even cooler when we see it in action in episode 16, which has the amazing simultaneous Aruto Shinaito moment between Aruto and Izu. I love it. I love this robot girl. She's so great. I am glad that she's okay, but this is where things escalate from, the final confrontation between Metsubo Jinrai and the machinations of Gaiamatsu, Mr. Sen Percento. Oh, this asshole. Oh, this asshole. This show is doing a lot with the evil capitalist angle, which is ironic considering our hero is, himself a capitalist president of a major corporation, but yeah, you want to show a bad capitalist, one who he literally is behind it all. Just like I said, he's been playing both sides in this chess game. They've been really on the nose with the fact that he's been playing chess the entire time. He's the chess master. He's the grand designer of this thing. And, he programmed the Ark to be like, hey, humanity are bad. You should kill everyone. Just so he'd have a crisis that he could save humanity from. This man caused daybreak. This man killed millions of people and you can decry his motivations. It's either, I want to make the world a better place with my technology, or the more cynical take that I have, I want to make all the money in the world and I'll kill anyone I need to get it to happen. Ha ha ha. Which, so you can make a lot of questions about the notion of AI, which we have done. This show is on the side of AI and the human gears, of course. But there's also the notion of, is this capitalist working for the good of humanity or for the good of his own pockets? And, you can make an argument about, well, is it really anti-capitalist if our hero is the head of a major corporation? You know what? They're all heady questions that I could ask of a mature adult drama. But for a children's karate punch man show, I will take this level of anti-capitalism. I will take it. It's good shit. Which leads into episode 17, this competition between Hiden and Zaya over which is better. Is it humanity augmented by technology or artificial intelligence? Which, normally I would be more for humanity augmented by technology, because I'm all about that transhumanist stuff, but in the show, the AI is presented as good. So, in the world of the show, the AI is good. In the real world, it's you get that whole question about AI and the use of it and how it can be abused or used well. It's like the moral dilemmas of the previous Kamen Rider 01 episodes. It's just enough to make you think, but given that it is, again, a children's karate show, it's not exactly, a philosophical debate. Just enough to get your foot in the door for the kids, to give them something to think about while they're like, oh, I want an Assault Buster toy from the store now. But this competition's interesting, You've got the Flower Man and you've got the Flower Humagear. And I don't know if this is going to come up, but the way that they pull the bad flower aside and the flower lady kind of sees, just like, and she calls the guy out on it. Now, it's kind of unclear, given that seconds later she turns into a monster because of the influence of the Ark, which, okay, it's bad that it can just psychically influence these people whenever they get mad to be like, oh, I'm gonna become a fucking monster and kill all humanity. That's a bad escalation, and that's on you, Mr. Sen Percento. But the flower thing makes me think, and the way that she was calling him out makes me think, did Zaya cheat? Because that would be perfectly in character with Guy. Oh, you want to have a friendly competition? Oh, I cheated. Oh, it looks like I won. I guess I win, and I'm the greatest. Which, it is kind of his character, the way when he transforms into Kamen Rider Thouser, and he's like, I'm stronger than you! That means I'm right! That means I win! Just the way he justifies himself by, might makes right, therefore I don't need to question any of my actions. Ha ha ha! And, it is standard shonen power creep to the max. Oh, it's the guy, I'm 1,000% stronger than you! Ha ha ha! What sort of toy will Aruto get to overcome it? We'll find out. But for now, ooh, I love to hate this fucking shitheel Kamen Rider Thouser, Gaiamatsu, Mr. Sen Percento. Ooh. He's more like the 1%. And you know what they say about the rich. I don't know if I can say that on the air, but anyway, what a batch of episodes. Just, it could be a finale on its own right, but it is setting up a second arc involving taking this fucking capitalist Machiavellian asshole down a peg. And I'm here for that, and I'm interested. And, well, we'll see you in 2 weeks for the next one. Until then, alright, I'll fucking close with it. Hoist up the sails, mateys! We sail off to another adventure. Until then. Fuck! Oh, God. Oh, keep that in. Okay, goodbye, everybody.
Oh man, yeah,
Well, that was interesting.
yeah, I cannot believe Fresno did that all in a pirate accent. That was so weird of them.
Weird. It's not Talk Like a Pirate Day. Did I miss that?
Oh no, no, it's something that we can't talk about that got released. Which, yeah. Anyway, who wants to go next?
All right. So, this was a good little arc. I hate you because you killed my boy. This got like stupid dark again. This is for kids? Question mark?
Yep.
Like this. Oh my god. Like, Japanese kids are scary now.
Now?
But the choreography was absolutely fantastic. Everybody was doing like 10,000%, not 1,000, but they oh my goodness. Just the amount of work that these people put in needs to be commended because everything came out so crisp. Everything was so cool. I have a lot of beef with just the way things have insane. This is for children. Like this is really freaking dark. Like we have some themes here that I wouldn't be comfortable for anybody under the age of 13 watching. So I don't know what the aimed age range is, but like Japanese kids are terrifying.
I mean, they don't pull any punches for their kids. I mean,
My God, just lay on the trauma.
here's the thing. The Kamen Riders from the year 2000 to like 2009, 10, are considered dark as all get out. Like Kamen Rider Ryuki riders don't even know monsters are attacking until the monster has eaten at least one person. That's when
Oh my God, wow.
yeah. One person needs
Somebody
to.
has a fetish.
Well, the thing is, it's like because the monsters jump out of mirrors, so you'll get a scene of a woman doing her makeup, and then you'll see the monster in the mirror, and then you hear a, "Goop," and then all the riders will start hearing the ringing that a monster is attacking, and then they all
New
go.
fear unlocked.
Something Fresno mirrors,
Kamen Rider Kuga. Kamen Rider Kuga, all the monsters of the week are playing a game where they have to kill X amount of people in a very specific way in order to challenge, like, their leader. So, like,
Well, okay then.
you have to. So, this monster has to kill 567 people who sat in this specific train seat as it goes into this tunnel.
That's oddly specific, and somebody definitely has a fetish.
Anyway, sorry.
Okay.
But, yeah, no, Kamen Rider, this is not even the darkest Kamen Rider has been, but, yeah.
But yeah, damn, if it gets worse, what the hell? Japan, what you teaching your kids? Anyway, to continue with my thoughts, the choreography on this was on point. Everybody needs to be commended because they did, like, top-notch work here. Everything was so cool, everything was very crisp. Shoot, what else was I saying? I'm still a little annoyed by, like, how discardable everybody is. And I guess that's just going to be a running theme. And I'm also going to love hating this new villain. God damn you, Rufus Shinra, you bastard. Alright, now take the floor, Cat.
I guess I'm going next.
Yes.
Are you okay with that, Kuturi?
Oh, I've been going last this entire series so far.
Well, you can go first if you want to.
I'm okay with going last. Because I usually use mine to segue into the next batch.
Gotcha. Well, I'm going to echo Chris. You bastard. How dare you? Honestly, this was a very good end to the arc, I think. Obviously, there's still a lot more that's going on behind the scenes that we haven't seen yet, especially, Guy coming in and being a bastard, 1,000% of a bastard. Um, so I'm kind of excited for what's coming next. I'm still very sad that best boy Jin is gone for good, and instead we have Horobi, who's not nearly as interesting. He's still interesting, but not nearly as interesting. So hopefully something interesting will come from that. I said interesting a lot. I'm going to say it again.
Mhm.
Interesting. Overall, I agree with what Chris said. It was very good choreography. The outfits looked cool. Even the axe looked really freaking cool. I kind of want to collect the toys now. Help my wallet, please. But what if I did, Chris? But what if I just bought like
The
$90
toys in real life are made for like 6-year-old boys and are sized that way. However, my
You seem to think that will stop me.
my best friend emo artist found out that my niece was a big Power Rangers fan and found basically a 4-foot version of the toy swords that had all the sounds and everything.
I need. Chris, I'm going to spend a lot of money.
No.
Anyway,
What did I spend?
so as I said, I am not a big fan of this upcoming arc, and honestly, it does feel like we're going to be watching the same 2 episodes about 6 times over coming up. But it gets better, I promise. I promise. There's still some good twists, but no more are we talking about the serious stuff like AI voiceover and AI actors and AI art. This is now purely a show-in anime arc of, Aruto and Guy doing 5 competitions while, every so often Guy just kicks Aruto's ass for, just being Aruto.
Because he's a narcissist.
Yeah, yeah.
Abusive, horrible narcissist.
So next time we talk about Kamen Rider, we're going to talk about episodes 18, 19, 20, and 21, where we, get to see the conclusion to this flower arc. We may meet some home-selling Humagears and a Phoenix Wright Humagear, I believe. Let me double check.
Is there going to be a lawyer Humagear?
Let me believe that. Well, yes. Yes, the episode 21 is I Object to That Trial, and it features former extra Power Ranger being the guest star of the arc.
I think you mean Super Sentai.
Super Sentai, yeah. Well,
So, they're called realtors, and I have a big issue with realtors just from my job. They don't do theirs, making me have to work twice as hard at mine. You've been warned.
well, it's gonna
Yeah,
be.
it's like there's this one realtor that we've been semi-dealing with where she basically sold a house that was not properly graded for a flood area, in a major flood area.
That's on the banks because banks need to get the flood insurance.
No, it essentially it was supposed to be built a certain way and it wasn't, and she did not disclose that to anybody, and she still sold it that way.
Wow.
And like here in Arizona, it's technically due diligence, and like I don't.
Let the buyer beware.
It's like I don't want to blame the guy because I should mention that the guy she sold this, horrible, unfit for human occupation house to is a war veteran who had his hands blown off and had to have the entire house fitted with certain things to make it easier for him to actually live in the freaking house. And she sold it to him that way, and so I think Chris, that when you told him this, or when somebody told him this, he immediately went, "I need to get a lawyer."
Yeah, and he should, because oh my god, because like it's right there in the middle of the floodplain.
Yeah, so if anybody out there is listening to this and you're thinking about buying land in Arizona, don't.
You are due diligence.
And if it's anywhere near a place called Sun Valley, run. Do not walk. Run.
Maybe we should
Away.
dox ourselves.
Sun Valley could dox itself.
I mean, yeah.
It's okay. We're miles away from Sun Valley. It's fine.
Yeah,
Miles and miles and miles.
Anyway,
Many miles. Shut up.
you can find us all on Twitter at the Kuchiri and at Concave of Super. Chris doesn't have social media. That's also our names on Blue Sky. That's also our Twitch names, all that fun stuff. Fresno and the ladies also have an anime podcast that's going on. Links to it are in the doobly doo. And yeah, next week we deal with more flowers. We're doing more flowers, realtors, and lawyers. Join us then.
Yay.
Good night, all.